A new Super Dirt Late Model Series will be making its debut in 2025. It will be a regional series operating in the South, and it is called the Southern Thunder Super Dirt Series. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. I wrote this up over at stockcarreport.com. You can find the link in the description below if you want to read the article for yourself. But this series, the Southern Thunder Super Dirt Series, love that name. Excellent, excellent name. Announced it will make its debut in 2025 with 20 events across Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi. I think they also have a really, really cool logo right there with a big thundercloud grasping a lightning bolt. Looks really cool. I'm a big fan of that. Whoever did their logo work did an excellent job. So they made this announcement in a post to Facebook, and the tour shared that its ownership group is headed by Travis Scott and has brought on Kelly Carlton as the general manager to handle the day-to-day operations of the new series. Both Scott and Carlton are veterans of the dirt late model racing scene, with Scott beginning his career as an announcer with the Southern All-Star Racing Series when he was just 15 years old. He then moved on to be the director of the Maxxis National Tour, which is a go-karting series, while continuing to announce various events and races. Most recently, Scott was the voice of the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series in its debut season, which was 2023. He currently serves as the race director for Hunt the Front. As for Carlton, he runs Kelcar Motorsports, which manages the Gateway Dirt Nationals and other premier events such as Talladega's Ice Bowl and the Wild West Shootout. He's been an official for over 30 years and was previously the general manager of the Southern All-Star Racing Series, as well as the Ultimate Super Late Model Series. So these guys know their stuff when it comes to Super Dirt Late Model racing. Scott shared his enthusiasm for the debut season. He said this: "I'm excited to have the opportunity to offer an excellent product to our region's racers, tracks, and fans. We have spoken with teams and tracks extensively, and we feel we have a good understanding of what the needs are of our region. I believe we have a great team assembled, and we are eager to build partnerships with our host tracks for highly efficient and entertaining shows." Carlton also said this: "As I start to look at winding down my career, this was really a great opportunity to be able to work with Travis, who has really been like a son to me since he was 15. He and I think a lot alike and have the same goals for our racing events. I'm looking forward to building this program and being able to hand it off to Travis down the road." The press release indicates that purses for the 20 races will range from $5,000 to $10,000 to win. It is tentatively expecting to have a $30,000 total point fund for the 2025 season, but they do hope that it can increase that based on new sponsorships that come on board. Furthermore, the series says it aims to feature events with responsible scheduling and sensible travel. I think that those are very important. I think the responsible scheduling is really important. I think that's probably the biggest knock I have on a lot of the Super Dirt Late Model racing series, whether that be the World of Outlaws or the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, is that sometimes these races can drag on into the wee hours of the night. And I think that's really hard for families who might be bringing their kids to the races in person, as well as just trying to stay up and watch it from your own home when you've got maybe work in the morning on a Friday or something if it's a Thursday night race. I think probably the best series to do this is the Castrol Flow Racing Night in America. I think they run excellent races, usually finishing the night or by at least 10 p.m. Eastern time. In many cases, much sooner. I think they probably have the best record for running a very tight ship when it comes to scheduling. And then obviously travel. I'm not sure if that will really play a big deal here, given the fact that they're only going to be running 20 races throughout the entire year. But obviously, you probably want to coordinate alongside some of the other premier events that might be happening during the season. So similar to what the Castrol Flow Racing Series does with the Lucas Oil Series, or even with the World of Outlaws, when they have the big races, you might have that Thursday night race or that Wednesday night race leading into the rest of the weekend, say at the World 100 or the Prairie Dirt Classic. I think that makes a lot of sense if you can kind of match up your scheduling with some of these bigger events that they have. So I could see something maybe that they run the day before the Ice Bowl or whatever, right, at Talladega, given the fact that these guys already work on that race. The press release also revealed that it partnered with HuntTheFront.tv to stream many of the races, both live and for replay. So getting a little bit more value out of that Hunt the Front subscription. I didn't see any news about whether or not they will be increasing that. So that is good news for people who are subscribers to HuntTheFront.tv there, if you cannot make it out to the various tracks. As for rules, Carlton shared in the comments of the Facebook post that the series will have the, quote, standard super late model rules. He also addressed a concern from one fan that an additional series in the South could eat away at car counts at other series and tracks. However, he assured the fan, saying, "We are working together with other series. Just give us the chance to do that." Obviously, they are probably working with Hunt the Front, given the fact that he's the race director at Hunt the Front. So probably working with them. And then obviously I would expect that probably working with like Carolina Clash and some of the other Southern Super Series, etc., that race down in the South, Southern All-Stars, etc. The series plans to release a tentative schedule during the Performance Racing Industry Trade Show in December. And one track that I think will likely be on the schedule will be the Talladega Short Track, given Carlton manages the track's Ice Bowl event. I saw some people in the Facebook comments saying that Screven would be a good option as well. I agree. I love that race they ran at the beginning of the year at Screven during the Florida Georgia Speed Weeks. That was probably one of the more exciting races down there. Had a lot of fun watching that race. I think the high banks really make that a fun race to watch, given the fact that they can kind of like shoot up the hill and then kind of turn back down. It looks really fun. It's really cool to see that happening and how they have that track prepared and everything. And it made for some really, really good racing there as well, especially with the different lines that you could take. Overton was doing some interesting stuff with his line coming in and out of turns 1 and 2. So I think that would be a fun race to put on the schedule. I also probably think Why Not in Mississippi is another good one to have on there. Those are kind of 3 that jump out at me. It's unclear whether or not they're going to be all different 20 races at different tracks, or if obviously they might do return to some tracks where one track gets multiple events throughout the year. But let me know what you guys make of the Southern Thunder Super Dirt Series making its debut in 2025. Are there any tracks that you want to see on the schedule in Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, and in Georgia? Let me know in the comments below.